really got to become friends here because there's no service. We'd have dinner and then we go to the distillery around candlelight and sip out of a giant spoon.
That was crazy.
Or what are like the different ways that you make love?
Or is it OnlyFans?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Seager Storytime. We're your hosts, Mattson, Case, and Elliott, and we're the co-founders of Seager Company.
Well, let's actually begin here, Ivy. Thank you for coming. It's been a little bit of time setting this up.
Yes, thank you for having me. Sorry it took me so long to.
No.
It's almost been an exact year since we met you.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
I think so.
No, I think it is.
I think we left today a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
No way. Isn't that crazy how that timed out?
What?
Wow.
I know.
I
That's
feel like I've known you
guys.
for years.
Hey, cheers to that one. Let's do a little early cheers.
Cheers.
Panama.com.
Cheers.
Travel
Red
Panama.com.
Solo Cup.
So what happened exactly a year ago was we flew out to Panama. Unbeknownst to us, Ivy and her friend were going to be out there at the same time on the same shoot. And we basically spent a whole week and a half, or was it just a week, in Panama?
It was 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks?
I was
no
there for
way.
2 weeks.
You were there for 2 weeks.
You stayed longer than us? Or
I must have.
earlier?
I think
Was it 2 weeks?
it was like 12 days, I swear.
Yeah, I think
That
I
sounds
think
right.
you stayed longer than us.
no,
By
they
like
were-
a day.
Yeah,
or
like they
something.
had like a day and a half on each side, I feel like, or something like that. But either way, we sorry, I didn't mean to take that over there so hard.
Good. Now I'm just stuck in my mind trying to think about how long that trip was.
But it was sick as fuck. Like
I
a
bet.
house on the beach with chefs and
That food was
just
so good.
like good surf, good weather, and then we went to the Panamanian jungle and freaking
Dude.
The exact opposite.
did some
Not
weird
No,
shit.
wait. Let me
Yeah.
specify how this worked out.
Yeah.
Me and Britt didn't know that you guys were going to be on this thing either. So it was like a surprise when 12 guys show up at the airport.
It's got to be terrifying.
And we're like, oh,
remember that
wow.
one.
Okay. It's like, sweet, guess. And then, yeah, we got this awesome house on the beach and the waves were kind of meh. And then the 6 swell came in. And right when it arrives, Hatton, the guy that was coordinating the whole shoot, goes, all right, time to go to the forest. And we're like, what?
Can we stay, please?
Yeah, it just starts firing and we all got to get in this bus and go
It took forever to get out
Riddled
there.
with bugs and
to an
snakes.
eco jungle or what was eco village?
Ecotopia?
Yeah.
No.
People there.
Something like that.
And like did you guys see that? Remember that sign that said population 4? But then when we arrived, that woman like came
They
out of the
upped it?
jungle and put,
she wrote on
she
it?
put like population 16.
No way. That's psycho.
I fully missed that.
I missed that too.
Yeah,
Sick.
it was
Wow.
pretty funny.
Yeah,
Dang.
they were gnarly down there. The people who ran that place.
Yeah.
I remember looking it up beforehand because I was kind of confused on the whole process there.
Well, I feel like they're all just like outlaws that are like outlaws for weird ass reasons.
Yeah.
And they're just
I know,
out there
nerdy
like
reasons.
escaping shit. And
Yeah.
like, who's this tech nerd?
White
Like-
collar crime.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, in terms of that trip, what would you rate that for like a trip overall?
I'd say day 3 I was having a meltdown.
Really?
Which one
Yeah,
was day
just
3?
Oh, because
day
of-
3 when we arrived and I guess I just realized on that 3rd day how long this trip really was because I like agreed to it as like because my birthday was happening, I was getting paid, I was like,
Yeah.
oh sick, this will be so fun, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I was not told about really anything
You
going
weren't
in.
hesitant at all about it? Like, random
Well-
guy hits you up and he's like, you want to go to Panama with me?
Well,
You're
no,
like,
no,
"Oh,
no,
yeah."
no. My agent booked it for me, and
Oh,
I
so
really
that's good.
trusted him.
And he didn't vet it at all?
Well, he was like, he like warned me, but I was like, oh, sounds sick. And then he said that you guys were also like, it was like a
Okay.
Campesino Seager
Okay.
trip, and I was like, okay,
This isn't too scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
Brand.
like
It
those guys
somewhat
seem
was, I think.
chill.
yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
we have a bunch of mutual friends.
Yeah.
I didn't know all of you were going to be there.
Yeah.
I thought there would be like maybe a
One guy.
representative.
Yeah. We don't do
One
that.
representative. There's like 8 of us.
Yeah. I remember at the airport when you guys showed up because we had just landed and you guys needed to pick us up or something like that. And I remember being so awkward because you and Britt were just like, you guys were like, I don't know what to expect. And then we like walked up and we're like, do we say hi? Like, are we going to be with them?
Hatton said
Like-
not to say hi.
Yeah. Like, it was just like,
good.
hi. And then yeah, it was kind of weird for like a day or two because it was like we were on our separate trips.
Yeah.
But then it just like
I mean, no one knew what to expect.
I
really.
know. Yeah, it was great.
Once we got to the house though, and I realized that lady, I forgot her name, who was cooking for us and like cleaning up.
That was amazing.
I'm like, I've never been on a trip like that. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I think I'm gonna do that
Bananas
for
in
my
every meal.
30th birthday.
You just told me that. I like
yeah,
that.
Oh,
I want to do the same trip.
fun.
Yeah, you're welcome to come.
That would be fun.
That's coming up real soon. We're gonna be gone.
I
during
know,
your
but I might
birthday.
do like a February. Like my birthday's in
I
October.
was thinking of doing something then for mine.
Well, let's do it together.
Well, no, because I want to go a different trip
Oh,
in Europe.
You guys can do 2 separate trips.
But
You can
we
go
invite
somewhere
the
else.
same people.
it's really
So they're going to have to choose.
Damn it, dude.
Okay,
Better
we'll
be
figure it
sicker
out.
than Panama.
I said it first.
It will be. It will be. It'll be different. Not sicker. Sorry. It'll be different.
I said it first.
Yeah. Well, you get Panama. That's your country now.
Anyways, I
All right. That's how we plan. We're playing on the fly.
no, but I did want to bring up just because Panama, like, you have so many like skits on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? Is would you say that is how you make a living? The skits on Instagram, or what are like the different ways that you make a
Or
living?
is it OnlyFans?
That's one of the ways that I make a living is OnlyFans.
.com.
Just kidding. But no, I'm not kidding. Because a lot of my deleted scenes are on OnlyFans, and that is great. Like it's like
smart.
$10 to unlock a never seen before skate mom.
Yeah, and,
And
everyone does it.
I mean, the people that love skate mom love that.
Yeah.
You know? But no, so skits definitely play into it, but I would say like I don't know. It's been such a transition thing because writing was really big last year. I was writing for a lot of different companies and different
When you say writing, are you saying writing?
writing like
Oh, okay. 'Cause
like
you're
making
also
plots and
surfing
scripts
stuff.
and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like
yeah.
mainly comedy, or
Wow, I heard.
Yeah,
writing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
that's sick.
like if a brand had an influencer program and they wanted to like give the influencers something to do, I would make them like things that they could do or like good ideas for something like that, or like
Wow.
if they wanted like a commercial kind of outline.
So you're like a consultant.
That's really rad.
Almost.
Kind of, yeah. So, but that was last year, and then we filmed a show that took like it was like 9 months to film,
I remember you talking about
I know.
and it was
Okay.
like 12 hours a day. And I lived in LA, which sucks the soul out of me sometimes. At
Yeah.
least like Koreatown was pretty gnarly.
You stayed in Koreatown?
Yeah,
Wow.
Why?
because that's where they put us.
Who?
Wow. I just pick a spot.
The
Zorba?
network,
What?
yeah. And then
Can you say the net? What is the network?
I can't.
Damn.
But
HBO,
then they
Hulu.
canceled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
what a
so-
gut punch. What do you
But
do?
you
with
still
it?
got paid for the time.
Yeah, yeah,
like
it was
all that
good. It was
money?
like great.
Yeah.
It was a really good learning experience.
Can you
And
still use the footage?
no, it's in a drawer.
It's just in a vault?
Yeah.
What?
It was
they
a big
spend-
pill to swallow, but at the same time, I don't know. I felt like things that weren't authentic to me were just like falling off.
It was like
So-
a skit show,
Felt
right?
like it was meant to be. Yeah, part of it was skit, part of it was like pranks and
Because like I remember one of the ones because I think you had already filmed it and when we were in Panama and you
Well,
said
are you allowed to talk about it?
yeah.
Okay.
okay yeah good
Sorry.
call.
Just want to make sure.
We can always cut.
you
too.
were like in a gym and you had like a period blood smeared on like the gym equipment
Yeah.
and shit. Like that was one of them, right?
Yeah, I had a tube between my butt cheeks.
Wow.
And they like controlled the blood.
So
And
heavy.
Wow.
when
Maybe
I like,
is that why they
I was
cut
in a gym full of dudes.
Yeah.
And so I'd like sit down and
Just
they'd be like, Ivy, we're doing the blood. And I'd be like, run it. And it'd just be like gushing.
run it. So you're like earpieced into him?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was gnarly, like just trying to keep a straight face and like asking guys to spot me. And like,
So gnarly.
like getting up and being like, oh, that was good. And then looking down and being like, ew, are you bleeding?
Oh my God.
And they're like, whoa, no. Or like, I don't know, some guys tried to like solve it. They're like, oh, I've got something in my car. Went out to go get like,
that's so
came
nice.
back with Lysol wipes,
Lysol
bleach
wipes.
spray,
Wow.
That's dope.
sweatshirt.
Did they get like
LA
a
man.
lollipop or
Just
something?
gentlemen.
Like a reward?
No, but it was so sick. There's a clip of us
lollipop?
just
A
like
t-shirt?
locking eyes as he's like, as I'm
Wow.
like dripping blood. And we're both
You're
like,
just trying not to look kind of thing?
No, he's like
no,
falling in love with you.
I was like, thank you so much. And he's like, you're welcome. And I was like, I'm gross. Like, just like fluids just like
That's
dripping
crazy.
on the floor between us.
That's insane.
Do you tell him at some point or is it just
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
move
There
on?
was a reveal.
Oh.
It was sweet.
There's a camera.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it basically like the show Pranksters?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Like
Is that
Jack,
the three dudes?
No.
I think so. Yeah.
Impractical
They have
jokers.
impractical jokers.
Yeah. Pranksters.
You're so confident.
There's probably a show
so
called
confident,
Pranksters too.
probably.
I've like only seen that pop up on a YouTube thing and watched it, but it was basically a full show where the other people would be in their ear and they'd have to say things,
Yeah.
do funny things in front
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was that
hilarious.
one on Comedy Central where they had the Muppets that would prank call?
I think it's called Prank Callers.
That was one of the best shows ever made, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there.
That was a
Prank
good one.
callers. I'll
You
have
remember
to check
that?
it out.
Yeah.
You've never seen
I've
that?
never seen it.
It's pretty funny.
Wow.
It can get a bit long-winded.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just like,
long-winded.
come on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, so you don't like it?
I liked it.
Oh, God, I'm
It was
all
it was
alone.
it was a joy when it was on, but it was also like, come on, get to the point.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's just me.
But you were writing. You said you transitioned.
Oh
into
yeah,
something
so I
else.
was writing. I don't know, like since we got that news, and I had a few other things happen. Like, one of my main surf sponsors like sold to another company and then just ghosted like all the employees, and I was
Gnarly.
like,
Is that
okay,
Imperial Motion?
I don't understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They're watching. They're like,
And then and then I had gotten to a final step of buying land in Costa Rica, and
Wow.
like that fell through, and this all happened in the same week, and I was like, something
yeah.
is
Someone's
about.
out to get you.
Yeah. So then I just like took a second, and it was like kind of gnarly because it felt like a rock bottom. Like my whole body was just like felt like a giant bruise, and I was just like, what is this all for? And I'm still like recovering from that, but I feel solid because I felt like in a way all those things weren't completely lined up with me, but I was like trying to make them work,
Yeah.
you know? And I feel like it was a blessing in disguise to have it happen right before all of them went out, then, you know, a weird something, you know?
Yeah. You could start fresh pretty much.
Yeah. It feels like a fresh start. So now I'm like only wanting to do things that really align with me and like I feel really connected to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, if it's any consolation, when you had told me about all these things, I was like, damn, she's got a lot of shit going for her. Like, that's so awesome. And like, even if one of those things, or multiple in this case, fell apart, you'd still be crushing it. So good job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Wow. What a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put a twinkle in your eye. The father moment.
Yeah. Just staring at you.
Got the hair for it.
Yeah. So what do you have for this year then lining up if you're trying to really align what you want to do with what you're doing? Because it seems like you're doing a little bit of everything. Is there anything specific for this year you're trying to like hone in on or do more of or avoid?
Well, I really like I love creating, and I gotta mix it up, I think, because I get bored or burnt out if I do the same thing. Like I'd say from September to literally 3 days ago, I was so over making skits. Like I was just like bitter about it. I was like, I don't want to edit. I don't want to see the editing.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Why can't I think of the word?
God. Are you talking about the software?
iMovie?
Yeah. I didn't want to see the editing software.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see the clips that I had shot. I was just like so over things that had to do with it. And I think like I just hurt my knee.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like that was, I feel like the universe, God, whatever, is slowing me down, being like, chill. And I'm like, yeah. Like everything fell through. That's fine. Okay, how can we rebuild? How can we keep going? Let's keep going. Come on. And then I like got physically hurt. And now I'm like, okay, I'll take a hint. And now I'm like really trying to slow down, see what I want. But I have a podcast coming out.
Oh.
It's called Hey Thanks.
What?
Whoa.
And it's me and my friend Lauren. She's a nurse. And it's pretty much like a chicken soup for the teenage soul, but like I feel like more our age. And
Damn, that's cool.
yeah, it's
What is that?
it's like that used to be a. You don't.
I don't know.
Oh my
Does,
God.
does everyone know what that is? Everyone know what that is?
It's pretty popular,
Googling
but
that
I'd
right
love to hear
It
more
was
about
like
it.
a teenage survival guide, pretty much.
Can you search the book? Because the cover might
Like
might ring a
topics
bell.
that
Ned's
come up in
declassified.
everyday life. Kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And I think I don't know, in my DMs and in like everyday life, I get asked interesting questions by females about like traveling alone. I have a lot of girlfriends and people that I know females that are like weary to do that, and dating, like how do you know what is a red flag? How do you get out of a relationship with a weird guy? Or how do you know you're in a weird situation? How do you follow your gut? How do you follow your dreams? How do you like do all these little things that I feel like people kind of skim over, and they're like, that's just the sparkle, that's just the spice of life. And it's not. It's like hard work is into all of those things. So it's just like breaking those down, but it's like just 30-minute segments, and I'm excited
like call
to see.
in, or you're just gonna have topics?
No, we've done 12 episodes so far, so we have topics, and I'm sure we'll just keep going. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing where it goes.
That's epic.
But it feels really great. I'm really excited about it so far. And then I also have some music coming out.
Yeah.
Reggaeton?
Yeah.
Out. Do you mind playing some, or can we find it anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, I have it's not out till February 6th.
This
but
might not be out till then, so.
Can you
That's true.
explain like the
You take
background
time.
behind that? Like, do you
Yeah.
have a label? How does that all
No.
start?
Well, it's funny. I really wanted to learn Spanish, and I love the culture so much. Like I've grown up going to beautiful places like Costa Rica and Puerto Rico and Mexico and Spain and Panama and all these gorgeous, delicious, culture-rich places, and the people have just like lit me up since I was little. And I've always kind of like I can understand Spanish, but it always struggled like when it was time to speak.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could figure out how to like make myself like loosen up and like remember phrases and like get things going was like singing. And I'm not a singer. Like never did that. My mom, like even I remember there was a time when I was in elementary school, I was like, Mom, I want to sing for the talent show. She's like, are you sure you want to do that?
They're filming it.
Yeah. And I don't know. So I did it like quietly. I started like 5 years ago. And my friend that I went to college with, I lived in front of a frat house in my van, and he would like make beats. And I went up and I was like, can you make me like a reggaeton beat? And he was like, yeah. And so he did. And then I talked to my girlfriend, Ale, and she helped me write like a song. And I was like, okay, perfect. So then I can just learn this and then sing it. And I learned it and singed it, learned it and sang it. And then I recorded it. And then I was like, cool, sweet. Okay, let's do another one. And then I like realized, I was like, holy shit, I've got songs.
Whoa. That's
And I was
wild.
like, this is so weird. Like, what am I doing? It's so scary. And like, I don't know. Like, I've had friends be like, culture vulture. And I'm not trying to like encroach on anything.
Yeah.
I just genuinely love it.
Yeah.
Who's your number one reggaeton inspiration?
Well, it's funny because Bad Bunny has just like gotten so fucking massive in the last like year or two.
What's Bad
so
Bunny?
like he's like the biggest artist in the world right now.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
actually.
How come I know chicken
you've
soup,
never-
but I don't know?
Yeah.
He's not.
Oh,
I
I'm
wouldn't
a
say he's
loser.
like super big in California.
No, he's
is he?
absolutely massive.
Yeah.
He's got
is
the
he?
Huge.
he's got
I
the
think he's-
most,
I've heard of his
He's
name.
the most streamed artist
and he's
ever.
and he broke live
I thought-
live
what's his name was? Drake.
audience shit like
Really?
He
records.
won Drake.
Does he play in the
Did you see
U.S.
that
a lot?
video?
Or-
Yeah,
Okay.
That video when he was shooting that music video.
on the gas station.
I can't remember where he was. I think it was like a
Yeah.
bar, but everyone like in the town knew he was there. And when he was like performing it for the music video, like the entire like
That's
city
Puerto
was
Rico
like,
for sure.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it was.
never heard
He's on
of
top of a
it.
gas station.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not
in
in
one video.
Yeah,
as
It's
I think
not
that was
English?
it.
No.
well. But
His name's
right?
English?
It's not in English.
His name
right?
is in
No,
English.
he's from Puerto Rico.
His legal name is Bad Bunny.
Yeah, it's English.
Benito Martinez.
Wow. Okay, I've never seen him, but
But the reason why I bring that up is because that guy has become so popular in the past. Like, I mean, he's like 3 to 5 years, maybe even less.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like you've been doing this for longer than that. So, it's kind of similar to stuff that we run through a lot because the Western culture has really boomed in the last 3
Yeah,
to 5 years. So-
totally.
but we've been doing it longer than that.
Yeah.
And so it's like people like when you finally become big to someone that hasn't seen you before, or in your case, you're gonna release music, and then everyone's like, "Oh, she's just copying Bad Bunny or that culture."
Yeah.
But you're like, "No, I've been doing this for a lot longer."
Yeah, and that's the thing is at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what people say and all that
You
shit
gotta
because
ignore
you
it.
just
Chicken
love
soup.
it.
Yeah.
chicken soup.
Chicken soup for the
That's
soul.
an episode right there.
And you just keep chipping away because it's fun and
Exactly.
it feels good.
We've gotten more and more, not hate, but just comments that are negative like that as
Really?
we've grown. And it's just because people out there will disagree with some things that you do.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's endless.
Yeah.
People can find something about everything.
Exactly.
But you know what? It's also, I kind of love those people
Yeah.
because they're still engaging and
Yeah.
following and like
They care enough to say
they're
something.
commenting, so that's boosting your stuff up. Like I
Good
had
dilemma.
one guy comment on my last video, and the only reason I know is because my dad said it. My dad reads my comments; he loves it.
Whoa.
Because I don't bother. Because like if I make something I think it's funny, then that's enough for me.
Does he give you a list of like these are the ones?
He pretty much does. He like so
are
the other day
creepy.
he's like, someone commented on your video and said,
Is that what he sounds like?
yes.
How old is your dad?
He's 60 something. I mean, he's 39, Dad, if you're listening.
Just for sure.
But he's like, someone said that your other video was funnier than this most recent one. And I'm like, okay. And what? But like at the end of the day, that guy's following me.
Yeah.
He's commenting. He's boosting all that stuff. And
And he liked your other video.
yeah, so, you
He's
know,
a fan.
yeah. People really like trolls or whatever
Yeah.
are going to want to say something just to be in the soup.
Exactly. Exactly.
It
So
is, it's always hard coming up
Chicken
with a
noodle soup.
response to trolls. I wish there was like a
You
good
can't.
response that was just
Like,
got him.
you should make an app for that.
Yeah,
Like you
that would
type
be
in
sick.
the insult and it gives you
Yeah.
like the perfect response.
AI.
PC.
Your
Maybe
mom.
maybe Chat GPT could help with that.
Yeah,
Chat
seriously.
GPT.
Never
Give me
mind.
a response that's mean, but not too mean and respectful.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to choose the level of
Wait,
meanness.
Yeah.
Elliot, do you
Ruin
not know
your
what
life, me.
ChatGPT is?
I have no idea.
Are you serious?
I
It's
have
like the
no
newest.
idea.
It's the newest AI. That's basically like
Did
a
you
Google
Google
search
this?
engine.
You know I love AI. Come on.
Yeah.
He would have to make an account and stuff.
I also
what?
had that Bad Bunny completely wrong. It was just an impromptu concert.
Yeah, it wasn't filming.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I could have swore Twitter. I think.
I
it
mean,
might
I'm
be
sure
a
they
stretch.
were filming it.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Like, how else would we have seen it? You know?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Twitter.
Twitter's fake.
Yeah, he just did a concert on top of a gas station. I think that's what you were talking
Oh, really?
Yeah. I could
Everybody
have swore it was like
That's
the
cool.
music video, and everyone was like, "Holy fuck!" you should do
Gasolina?
it." But
No, they all knew he was gonna
Yeah,
do
I'll
it.
fucking-
Yeah,
And
So
I'm
who is
stupid.
your
Oh,
favorite
What is it?
artist?
Chad GPT.
Tego Calderon. He's
Tiago?
like he's from Puerto Rico.
Wait,
Tiago?
that means
Ti-
I am
Calderon.
TIA.
Calderon.
Deron.
Oh my god.
Calderon. What does that mean?
That's his name, isn't it?
No, but that means something.
Calderon?
Calderon.
Um,
Yeah, well,
Wait,
te-
didn't I see someone you restored? This dude was like listening to your music in a different country.
Oh, the Tuk
And you were
Tuks.
there?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
The Tuk Tuks.
What is
What the heck happened there?
In Costa Rica. Well, yeah, this guy was just playing my song.
What?
And I like went up and was dancing with him. And I was like kind of talking to him, and I was like, at the end of the song, I was like, "It's me," and he was like, "Ha ha," like patted me on the head, and I was like, "No, like
How did he get your song?
Yeah, are you like
I thought you wouldn't stream.
there's
playing in
ways
different
to get
countries
it.
right now?
There's ways to get it,
What?
but it will be more gettable. I don't know.
What does that mean? Is it on SoundCloud or something? I don't know.
This one was, yeah,
Oh, okay.
Wow,
I don't
that's
go on
nuts.
SoundCloud, so I don't know.
You have a
That means
music
you have
video.
to, like, find it.
You have
yeah.
a music video?
Yeah.
Le-
I watched
Can we
it.
please?
I
throw
watched it
that
in
on?
Panama.
Wait, this episode will be live by the time your music comes out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Or sorry, it will be live after your music comes out.
Yeah,
if it's
this
early
is a
February.
date.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So what?
Eli, why
what-
have you Googled sperm whale recently?
Trending searches.
Oh, okay.
Just everybody.
Oh,
Curious.
Oh, is that your chatbot? GBT? Is that what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah. there you go.
Chatbot?
no. Oh, well, yeah,
Wow.
but it's called Chat GPT.
Well, that's
It's
same
the
thing.
AI listening.
That's probably like
It's-
what
What
people
is
are
it?
typing in. So
I don't know.
I'm the worst person to explain this, honestly, but it's essentially a search engine,
Mm-hmm.
except you could ask the search engine, write me a song that sounds just like Ivy Miller wrote the song.
Whoa,
And it
what?
would write out a song based on your lyrics that it found online and write it differently, but in your words.
Oh, that's
And it's a
English papers.
computer?
Yeah,
It's a
extremely
computer.
They are?
controversial
Yeah.
because of like student
So
schooling.
that's how I've seen it work the most, just because I follow, I guess, music
Yeah.
more than other, like crypto or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen like other people like writing songs in the words of other people.
Yeah, you
So you
could
basically just copy.
literally
ideas.
say
So
like write a
plagiarism?
poem.
Yeah, except it is. I think it's natural. Like you could write papers based on it.
Yeah,
or
it's-
blogs.
It's fucked up.
That's
But they're figuring out
sick.
ways
Yeah.
to stop
That's
that.
sick.
I mean,
But-
it's just fuck if that just
The
sounds
paper thing. What?
Yeah.
paper things like sounds terrible for like university.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It sounds like a headache.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be more of. It would kind of steal it from the internet, and now you have this baseline that you have to rewrite, which
Yeah.
still
Right.
it would ruin papers.
You
if
think
were to
that
use
like because they use those the plagiarism.
Yeah, where it shows you the percentage.
Yeah, you
of
think it would
copied.
come up because it's
If
online?
right?
If Chat GPT is taking it from online, of course it would come up 100%.
Yeah, but if say you have an English class that's like studying Eckhart Tolle, and it's like write me a poem, or like the assignment's like write a poem in the tone of Eckhart Tolle, and you could just have Chat GPT
100%.
like,
Just
write
write
a
it right
poem
up.
about this, in the tone of, and then you have a free paper.
But
Wow.
I
No
will
more
say,
paying
just to
nerds.
stop that idea, no papers ever would say write me in the tone of someone else.
Yeah,
You would be
I was gonna
plagiarizing,
say.
no matter what.
I just gave a fucking example.
That was
the
a good example until I realized
Right.
that.
The one thing that could stop it though is that all prompts for that class will be the same. So if multiple people go to Chat GPT, it'll probably type out the same thing if you
That's
ask it
what
the
I'm
same
thinking.
question.
Yeah.
There'll be
There
like
you
a
go.
Chat GPT blocker.
Yeah. There'll be a blocker, ad blocker. Wow. Well, that was a tangent right
Yeah.
there.
Have you
Holy
guys
shit.
been surfing a lot?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they didn't mention it, but when we were in Panama, it was very. It like was small until it wasn't,
Yeah.
and then
It's gnarly.
Elliott and
That was too
Mattson
much
were
for me.
on their dad boards, just like trying to drop into these like heavy beach break waves,
Oh yeah.
and it
like
was
that.
so
Including you.
entertaining.
I bailed immediately. After that first day, I was like,
Single
fuck
fins.
this. Fuck that. I was so over
I
that.
mean, even Skip snapped his board that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it was
that
heavy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paddled out with a twin fin, and it was big. And Cram just caught a wave, and he's like, "You coming out?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "On that board?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Why not?" Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
This is obviously the wrong board to choose. But yeah, then after that, I caught a wave, ate shit, went into the beach, and like almost threw up at the beach. I never told anyone that, but
Why?
like, because I got like so thrashed on the side.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
God.
Too much
Yeah.
water.
I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I just like didn't tell anyone. I just walked back to the house and was just sitting there like really woozy.
Oh.
It wasn't the food or the alcohol, that's for sure.
It probably wasn't the food or the alcohol, the lack of water or the sun. No.
Yeah, the first day was perfect. That was perfect for little old Elliott. That
Yeah.
was perfect height, not too gnarly.
Yeah.
And then day 2 or 3 or whenever the hell it started picking up.
Yeah, the wave can be gnarly.
Yeah, that's above my pay grade.
Are you
personally.
still surfing a lot?
Yeah. I mean, the knee things put me back. And
Oh, yeah.
also, I don't know. This year I've been really snowboarding more.
Huh.
I've been,
But that's seasonal. You can only do
no,
that for so
no.
long.
It's, I mean, it depends. Like the last 2 years I was super into surfing. And then I feel like I like get burnt out a bit. And then I like go heavy into snowboarding.
Those are your two.
Yeah.
Just back
Are you
and
like
forth?
doing jumps and stuff when you're snowboarding?
Yeah, I mean, I prefer rails.
Oh,
I like
wow.
to sesh rails like a little grom. And I like I'm so bad at them too. I like just fling myself at them, but like for some reason it's like so intriguing to me. Like when you can
Interesting.
complete a rail to be like, hey,
Yeah, rails are tough. That's technical.
yeah.
Wait.
But and then also I feel like growing up in Southern California, like Bear and Mammoth were like
Yeah,
my
right there.
go-tos. And then recently, like we were filming a White Claw commercial, and we got to do a the Powder Cats, Park City Pow Cats. Like you like go
Oh,
in
like-
a
Oh, yeah.
cat
Yeah.
in the backcountry, and that like blew
what?
my mind. I had never snowboarded prior to that trip.
Can you explain that? Is it just like a big tractor, basically?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And they like drive, it's so bougie. They drive you into the back country and you're like having cocoa and like
In the car?
That's amazing.
in the car.
Can you Google this? I need a visual.
Are you like in a seatbelt, or are you like chilling like a limo?
No, they have like
What's it called?
They have a powder cats or like
a snow cat.
Yeah, snow cat.
Yeah.
powder?
Like they have them at Mammoth, and that's how they go up.
Yeah,
and do,
that's how
like-
they do groomers.
Yeah.
And so you get out and then you do this perfect untouched run. and then at the bottom they pick you up and then they give you a sandwich.
That thing on the right. Eli.
It's so nice. I was like, and I don't know.
How long does it run?
They're
the
all
first one.
they're all
What?
different. Yeah.
Do you have to pay for that, or did you just get the hookup?
Well, she
This
on a
was
trip.
for the commercial.
Oh, for the commercial. With White
Yeah,
Claw.
so it was a
Elliott.
hookup, but well worth the money. Like I want to
can
do
pay
that for
for
my
it, right?
birthday or something. Yeah, it was so sick.
So does it just go like 2 miles an hour up the hill, and you just hang out in it until you get to the top?
Yeah.
Hot cocoa.
Wow.
Yeah, hot cocoa.
Huh.
Get some schnapps.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had schnapps.
It's quite lovely.
What is it? Like
Schnapps?
flavored vodka?
You've had
No,
schnapps?
no, it's what is it, Case?
It's like an Austrian alcohol.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
What's the base?
It's basically like pure alcohol in like its purest form. And I
It's
think
so
it's made from
good.
peaches.
And it's peppermint flavored.
What?
It can be there's peppermint and it's perfect in hot cocoa. Tastes like a thin
you
mint.
put it in there.
Yeah.
I think type in from peaches.
It's a great word.
They have
Seems like you
peach
get it.
The
schnapps?
reason why
That
I know this
sounds-
is because Michaela's grandparents are from Austria. And
Really?
they bring schnapps back all the time.
Wow. See, a perfect
Schnapps.
person
Joie
to
de
ask.
vie.
Oh, plums. It's plums.
Pears, apricot, apples, plums, or cherries.
German
Plums is,
and
like, the best one.
Austrian.
Wow.
Pears,
Yeah.
apricots,
Well,
apples.
now we know.
Because
Let's have some schnapps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm down. I'll drink it. I mean,
I want to go on a snowcat for sure.
Yeah, it's really a great trip doing that.
Wild. And then you were snow surfing and hurt your knee.
snow
Yeah.
surfing.
Powder surfing.
I've never heard of that.
It's so sick. It's like snowboarding without the bindings. And it
It's
feels like
got,
you're
the
like
string on the front. Right?
yeah.
What?
Rope or whatever.
Sounds like you're just gonna
Yeah.
like
Oh, you
fly
hold
off
on to
the
that?
side.
No,
does it
you
work?
can just put it on your waistline or you can hold on to it if it's like smaller, but like it feels like you're dropping into a wave. Like just it feels
What?
exactly like it's such
Crazy.
a trip. Yeah, and you can like
Wow.
you can like turn into it and like different boards
Damn.
do different things just like surfing. It's really cool.
Oh, wow.
there you
yeah.
go.
There you go.
How do you stop on a board like that?
Like you know how you stop on a snowboard?
Same thing.
Yeah. Or you just eat shit.
And
like
there's
what
no
I do.
bindings or
Or you
anything.
just fly off.
You just fly onto the road.
Can you do that on like a normal run, or do you have to do it something else?
You can do it. What do you mean?
I guess like
No, you want it to be powder because if it's a
Yeah.
normal run, you go way too fast.
yeah, I was gonna say that sounds gnarly.
But the powder, it
Look at
like,
that guy, he's on a normal run though, huh?
but
Just
I
a
think
normal
he's.
snowboard.
Yeah.
Is he strapped
He's got
in?
bindings,
He's strapped
yeah.
in.
Oh, what kind of video is this?
Yeah.
The loser.
Snow
Powder,
surfer.
there you go. That's.
He's got great
nice.
style though.
Oh, it's so fun.
That looks insane. Is
It's
that
so
Japan?
fun. See,
That looks-
you can like.
That's what I thought I would do, but I feel
Instead
like
of
if I actually win, it would not look like that.
I don't know though. It like translates really well to
Does
surfing.
it? Yeah, but that's not a good sign for me. I'll just be eating shit left and right. Wow.
I think a really
fun.
cool
Those have
trip
bindings,
would
too.
be like snowboarding in Japan
Oh, dude, I was
Yes.
just telling you
and
that.
somehow make it realistic for like Seager to be a part of it.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
down.
Just put on a bunch of clothes.
I don't know
I was
how,
thinking
but
anything.
I don't know how. But that
Powder
would be the best trip.
cowboys.
Powder boys. Damn.
Oh,
That's probably
maybe
what I
not.
think.
Maybe not.
Elliott on the
Get
Get on the
rails.
back of like an ox.
That'd be sick.
Call
That's a
it
sno animal.
Get towed in by an ox. Damn.
Rope the ox as you're riding.
Yeah, get a lined 10-gallon hat.
Oh my god.
Of ear flaps.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Easy. Okay, so I was curious before. It's a little bit of a backtrack. But
Backtrack.
You've talked a
Backtrack.
lot about
Affleck.
Affleck. You've talked a lot about. I love those
You got
commercials. I love
Really?
it.
I know.
We're an Affleck company.
Keep going.
You've talked a lot about trips growing up and snowboarding, surfing. Sounds like an epic childhood. Is that your dad taking you on that? Did he grow up surfing and snowboarding and stuff? Or like, how did you get into all that? Or is that just you wanting it and your parents were like, yeah, I'll fucking take you up there?
I think I'm very grateful to have that childhood, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds
super,
epic.
super thankful because my parents growing up were just super aggressive in the way that they liked to vacation and go on
Wow.
trips.
Aggressive vacation.
They didn't want kids, and they're very open about that.
Whoa.
Like they got married and they're like, sick, now we can just have so much fun together and go on all these trips and like go backpacking, go mountain biking, go surfing, go snowboarding.
Wow.
And then like they got pregnant with my brother and they're like, but we could still do these things, right? And then my mom, like, there's photos of her like on a 16-mile backcountry thing, and she's like so pregnant, and I'm like, Mom,
Wild.
what if you had that baby back there? She's like, oh no, just took the chance.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
wild.
And yeah,
Wow.
they would just throw us in a backpack and go. And it was just like a go with the just do it. And when I was like in high school, my brother would take me to snowboard contests, and then I'd have a surf contest on the Saturday and snowboard contest on the Sunday. And it was just very like go, go, go. So now that's like translated into my everyday life where I'm like, okay, perfect, I can do this. Like my career is complementary to that type of lifestyle. And so I haven't had to slow down for any reason. Like I have no overhead, no boyfriend, no kids, no husband, no house, nothing yet. And so I'm just like, perfect, I'm just going to go. And so but I think it's time for me to slow down. I've been saying that but not like slow down, like get a,
Don't do it.
I don't need to slow down, but
Don't
I mean
slow
just
down.
like, kind of gathering reorganizing,
Yeah, I feel that.
Do you have a house?
working on it. But you know what? Right now it's so gnarly. I've been like applying and doing all that stuff, and I've been getting approved for like decent things that like younger Ivy would be like, hell yeah, girl, you go.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. And then I'm like, cruise over to Zillow, and I'm like, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
that's gnarly. Right
I'll just go F myself. I can't afford any of this.
Yeah.
My budget is trash.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's
Like,
so expensive around here.
It's such a bummer. It's like, that's a huge amount of money to spend on like a studio condo 20 miles inland.
Yeah.
I'm like, and
seriously.
be paying that off for 30 years. Like,
I
okay.
know.
Would you go out of California though?
I'm pretty down. Yeah.
Is that what you're
I'd be
looking at?
super down to be out of California.
Well, you said Costa Rica before, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a pipe dream. I mean, at least right now. Like, I was going to buy land and Ivy? Pitch a tent.
Speaking of your dad, I feel like in your Instagrams and stuff, you definitely like highlight him, like he's like part of your like characters, or like in a good way.
Yeah.
But and this might, I don't know if you even want to talk about this, but like your mom is not really in that world because so like what's the difference there? Is your dad just like down to be a part of it, or is your mom in it too? I just haven't seen it.
No, here's the thing. My mom is so like cool and like down to earth.
Yeah.
And so
You can't really make fun of her.
yeah. Like when she's just doing her thing, like she's like a badass and she's cool and she's just doing it, you know? But when my dad is doing his thing, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. Like if some like moments I love are like if we go to a grocery store together and I like leave him and then I see him just doing his thing, like getting some apples. He's not just going to get an apple. He'll like stand there. He's like 6'4". He's like standing there. He'll like pick the most obscure apple. All the apples will fall. And then he'll like look around and then like put that back. Like you're just like, it's a show every time. And you can always expect something. Like there was this hike we went on in Utah, and he was so adamant about going on this hike, and it was up a river in the middle of winter. And I'm like, okay. And of course he's wearing shorts.
Wild.
And I'm like, okay, so we're going, hobbling up the river, and he is not coordinated at all.
Really?
Yeah, he's so clumsy. And so I just like, we start to cross the river, and it's like these rocks are covered in ice. And I'm like, this recipe is going towards what I think it's going towards. And so I start filming him on every crossing, and sure enough, he like
went down.
Baby horse calf just like crosses the river, and like I got the most insane clips of him. But he like, it's not like it's like cynical that I'm like, yeah, I'm posting him, because then I show him and he'll spend like 2 hours rewatching his clip and laughing at himself. He's like,
That's
what
funny.
a dork, look at my legs, why am I wearing shorts? And I'm like, exactly my point, Dad.
I would have assumed that he was athletic, actually.
I know.
No,
So he's
well,
like-
he used to be, but like
Yeah.
I swear, once he got to like age 40, he stopped bending his knees. And so when my mom needs to like hide treats and things,
Put some low.
she puts them low.
Dude, that's
genius.
me. That's me. I can't do low things.
Really?
I'm already,
Oh my
I'm already
gosh.
there.
Oh my
That's
god.
Yeah.
scary to
And-
think about.
Yeah, and surfing, it's hilarious. He somehow like does bottom turns and then goes off the top without bending his knees. I've never
Wow.
seen anything like it.
Wow.
It's like this,
I can
like
see like Jerry Lopez doing that.
yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow. They got
That's hilarious.
they got good robotic legs nowadays though.
Do they?
Yeah, I was trying to get my dad on a new foot. His foot's all fucked up.
It's just like a
A
brand
robotic
new
foot.
Like a robotic.
like
It's
cut
only
off the old one.
$40,000.
Yeah, I mean it's money.
Wait, like cut off the old one and put a new one
That's
on.
what I told him.
Chatbot.ai.
No, straight up. I saw the.
Dave the
I went down
chatbot.ai.
They don't talk much.
we went down, no, I'm kidding. I love your dad. I went down a rabbit hole once for what do you call those? Prosthetics. Don't ask me why. That's random. I go down rabbit holes, and
Like
I
this
saw
right?
one for prosthetics, and they were saying how it's better to have prosthetic arms and legs now.
Yeah.
You could function better, and they were showing
Wow.
archery.
That's gonna get even better.
They're
than-
showing crazy like what do you call that?
I'm gonna be jacked.
like
one day.
bionicle, like
Yeah, straight.
like you've got
bionic
all
hands and
these
shit.
new.
Yeah, you could jump higher, run
You guys remember
faster.
Bionicles?
I was like, Dad, fuck your foot. Get it? It's already.
You want
it's
to
already
do
gone.
Yeah,
what to
yeah.
your dad's foot?
Fuck your foot.
Where do you cut?
Sorry.
Would he just cut it off at the ankle?
That's what I'm thinking.
For
He doesn't
real?
Need the ankle, but he
That's
won't do it.
such a heavy
He won't
call.
do it. He doesn't
I think
believe in
I'm
aliens.
dying.
I think we have always known that there's going to be like bionic parts to humans in the future. That's like
My
in
dad
movies
does.
for
We have
so long.
always known that.
We have always.
That's been in futures. Like that's been in movies since we were like kids.
I know,
And that's
I'm
just
a
what
believer.
we're leading towards. Is like
My dad.
fake hands and stuff.
Like
Yeah.
better than
turns
the
into like
original.
robots.
I
one
would.
point.
I'm just gonna say that right now.
Unless
Like I
someone
could push a
stops it.
button and like my one finger goes out, grabs your drink, and then
Yeah.
zips
Inspector
it back.
Gadget.
I'm like-
Gadget.
and then
Inspector
I
Gadget.
Right? So
Yeah,
say you
yeah.
broke your
Since
I
hand.
we were
love that
kids.
show.
If you broke your
Right?
hand and they said you can keep your hand, but you can't use it, or you can get this robot hand, would you do it? 10 grand.
Would you do it?
I can't use it.
You can't use your real hand.
Like so, it's just rubber,
kind of like a.
or it's
yeah,
just it's like in Happy Gilmore.
exactly. It's like that.
Oh,
You can't use it,
The
but
croc
it is
guy.
your real hand.
No, I would get the
Robot hand.
I would get the robot hand.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
Pretty awesome.
That's what I'm thinking.
But it would
Easy.
have to be aesthetically pleasing.
I'm sure they could do that.
I wouldn't want. Actually, it'd be kind of funny to get this just huge,
Straight
like,
robot.
robot,
sick.
or like a big hairy.
You could probably change
Like
it
the
out.
Hulk
You could
hand.
probably
Yeah.
change it out. Or like, oh, I'm going to a ballroom.
yeah,
I'll get a
Like,
glove
let me get a
one.
dainty little.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. See?
it's
the future.
Little Coke spoon on
we
one of
come
them.
back. Elliott just has all robot limbs. He's
Yeah.
like, you guys gotta get on this tip.
If it becomes cheap, I'm fucking in. I want to run fast again. I'm getting old.
Nothing is wrong with them, and he just cuts off.
That's what they were saying. They were saying in the future, people are going to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
And
that.
there's
they're
nothing
saying.
wrong with
What's
that.
the
And there's
source?
nothing wrong with
The
that.
source is some weird YouTube shit. So it's super credit.
That's
Cut
what
off
they're
my
saying.
arm.
That's what they were saying.
These were scientists. It was MIT scientists, okay? Real
The
people.
real MIT.
Yeah, no. Martians Institute. Pretty much the same thing. But yeah, so now we know.
Because it's.
Mites. Super short show.
Hey, did any of the skits that we
I wanted
had
more
features in do well?
Oh yeah,
Did they?
yeah, that one.
The
what you
one.
want.
That's like you're pinned it on your top.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I gotta go
Yeah.
look.
That one has had like 10,000 people send it back, and,
Whoa.
forth, and people comment on it daily.
Which one was
has
that?
so many comments. I was
The
just looking at
one
it.
where I like, okay, I will explain this. I had this idea for this skit because we show up at the airport and I am like, wow, 12 handsome, tall, rugged looking men. Nice. This was unexpected. And then I was like, got the brain pumping, pulsing, moving, but like we're not talking to each other and they're all married. And I would like, that was not in my thought process, but it was like objectively, I'm like, wow, nice. This is like a visual buffet. And so I was like, cool. The little creepy older cougar woman in me was like, lovely. So I had this idea for the skit and I was like, okay, I hate it when Airbnbs are like, you get in at 11 p.m. at night and they're like, perfect, I'll meet you. And it's like, cool, I got to meet this person
Yeah.
right now. And like, do this. They're going to walk me through. And, instead, can we just do the lockbox? No.
Yeah.
So I was like, recorded this thing with Britt, with me just being insane. Like your biggest nightmare of a woman greeting you to come into an Airbnb. And I needed to figure out a really smooth way. Because also I didn't know you guys at the beginning of the trip. And I was also very nervous. And I feel like asking people to film a skit is like a big ask. Like a lot of people don't want to be on camera. And it's like can be awkward for a lot of people. Yeah. And so I wanted to make it as painless for you guys as possible. And so right before we went to the jungle, I was like, how can I like get them all at the bottom of the stairs? And you guys were actually so cool about it and like willing to do it. And I got you down there and I was like, oh, perfect. So I actually filmed that separately because the woman, like the stomping and the leg grabbing and all that stuff that took like 15 minutes. And imagine I just had you guys sitting there for 15 minutes.
Okay, we gotta watch it now. I actually don't remember it.
You were filming it while we were eating breakfast. It was so funny. We were literally just eating and watching you like, boys.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Well, at least it worked and went off.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it worked really well. And then I did one of Hatton, which I need to locate it. I asked Britt if she could.
Oh, you like did one of Hatton, like not with him, but like
no, of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one's funny.
Yeah, but I don't.
Oh no, I know your password.
I can't remember my Instagram.
Wait, just type it. Just type in her
you
name
can
on
look
Google.
at my thing on
Oh, okay.
It only gives you a little bit though, right? And then you got to pay for the behind the scenes.
Let's try.
OnlyFans, yeah.
That's not pinned.
I thought it was pinned, man.
I thought it was too.
Oh no, just scroll down a bit.
We're not pinned.
I don't know.
Oh, you can't even get to it. Oh, you can't. Okay.
Wait, how
do
did
you
I
log in?
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Stupid.
I told you.
I think
Stupid.
That's how they do it. Oh, there you go.
I just happened to like look back at this because of this upcoming interview that we're doing right now, and I saw that a lot of girls were like commenting about
Christian.
Ramirez.
Yeah, they love
Oh,
Christian.
hell yeah, Christian! Shout out,
Because like
Christian.
the
Ramirez.
thing is, at the end of the video, it stops on Christian's face.
Oh my god.
Hey, you all look like a bunch of outlaws. You're running from justice. Are you boys hungry? There's a whole lot of you. Can I offer you boys some hors d'oeuvres? Look what you boys have done to me.
No music.
Hey, you with the mustache, you think you could pick up that rock over there? I'm falling to pieces. Are you two brothers? Oh!
You did those for so long too.
Well, boys, I'm
It's a
kinda
coincidence.
tired. I'm gonna head up now.
That part. Everyone just like,
wow, that was the shot that
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
Playing with the hood.
yeah.
With the hood.
Damn,
doing that
bad
like
boy
sexy
look.
face,
He's
like,
got that bad boy look.
Yeah, bad
Got
boy.
that bad bunny look.
I remember
Wow.
when, like the second day we're at the pool and you asked me to do a skit, like just literally like walk in to frame, and I was so nervous.
Yeah, I can
and I'm pretty sure like I was like, can I watch that? And I looked so fucking dorky and nervous. I was like, please don't use that. I'm
I'll
not
use
good
it
with
eventually. It's a great clip.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I love it.
What are some crazy trips you've been on? Because the Panama one, as we're
Panama
saying,
is
is crazy. Is
up
that up
there.
there?
Panama is definitely up there. And I never answered your 1 to 10. What would I rate that trip?
I knew it was
We
hard.
gave you
going
time.
to that
We gave you
question.
time.
Emotional roller coaster.
Okay.
I would really give it like an 8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so fun for
Wow.
me. And like it was good for me to get over my shit. Cause I like definitely I think I'm like antisocial in the beginning when I first meet people. And I hate that. I like want to be like more outgoing, but like
You feel it out.
yeah, I don't know. So like the first 2 days I like didn't really talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And I was just very like
I mean, we did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like it's
Yeah.
normal.
It's hard to figure out when, especially that trip, because we really weren't doing the same things. At
Yeah.
all. But then we'd just all of a sudden be eating dinner at the same table. And it's like, what did you guys
saying
do today?
prayers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like figuring that out.
That's rare for me. I'm Jewish, so that's rare for me. You have to hold hands. Close
Yeah.
your eyes.
We were a family.
Do you close
Yeah.
your eyes?
Yeah.
Do you close your eyes when you do those?
Yeah,
You're supposed to.
I do.
I don't know.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. I never know what to do.
It depends. You really don't have to. I think it's nice to say like what you're thankful for before you eat.
Yeah.
It became such a thing.
I know it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's
It
nice.
bonded us.
Yeah, it really did bond us.
It bonded us.
I'm cool with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm cool with it. It's just new for me.
Yeah.
I think it's fine that you're like that in the beginning because it's like, well, you're not going to be like if you're super bubbly and like fake in the beginning, then what's the point?
Yeah, I
Like,
can't do the fake. That
Yeah.
like makes me want to
Oh
vomit.
my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
I'd
So,
rather
like-
just be like come off as rude or whatever, but that's just me warming up, I guess. But for as far as 8, I think because after the surf part, the jungle was so weird.
That was so weird.
But like so cool, but so strange because painting the picture, there was no service. Like zero service and so many bugs.
yeah,
Spider.
And this woman walks us into this eco village, which was really a
commune.
stump with a lawn chair and then just wilderness that they're like, welcome to our eco village.
Yeah.
And then they
It was a
walk
has-been eco village for sure.
has been.
they walked us over
it
to the
was.
palapas and they're like, this is the boy palapa and this is the girl palapa. And it's like this ladder up to this tree house with bunk beds.
Yeah.
And me and Britt recruited Skip because we're like, there's no way in hell we're sleeping in this alone. And Britt is.
You guys recruited the one single guy.
Smart.
Britt was
honestly.
like, Britt has gone on some trips, but I don't think she's like roughed it, And this is like, I've done like, if there's a surf trip in Mexico where there's no electricity and there's no running water, you just kind of figure it out. But I don't think she's done like that kind of thing. And so it was like, when there's that many bugs, you just gotta be okay with it.
Yeah.
You just gotta accept the bug thing
For sure.
and move on. But she was so not okay with it.
Oh, man.
She was like, Skip, you have to like clean my bed before I get in. And Skip's so sick. He's just like, sure thing. Like, I got you, Britt. And he's like, lifts up the pillow. There's like a tarantula. Lifts up the sheets. There's scorpions. And then she's like screaming. There's like bat poop everywhere.
That's
And
gnarly.
she's like, lift up the mattress. And he lifts it up.
You don't want to do that.
There's like 2 rats,
Yeah.
a worm.
A worm.
Yeah, just one single
that's so
worm,
friendly. He's
He's like
cockroaches.
playing the banjo. Like,
Welcome.
what the fuck?
And yeah, he just handled it. And then at nighttime, we'd have the light and you'd shine it and there's just a zillion.
Yeah.
I
The eyes
remember
were
walking.
crazy.
I remember walking
Yeah.
to the distillery or whatever, because that's what we did every night. We
Yeah.
had this.
That was sick though.
Then we went to the distillery,
Yeah.
and you walk through the forest a bit, and one of you guys was like, "Hey, Ivy, hold my headlamp. Check out all these lights."
So nice.
And I look, and I'm like, "Oh, nice. Like dew? Is that just like dew?" And you're like, "Those are spider eyes, and there's zillions."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I kind of stepped, thinking like they'd move. They didn't move. They're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the trippy thing about that was we had headlamps and like the locals didn't have headlamps, and the only way for you to see the eyes perfectly was the angle of the headlamps. So the locals had no idea until we gave them the headlamp, because I remember specifically they were like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" And we're like, "Put on the headlamp," and they're like, "Holy shit! I had no idea there was that many spiders everywhere.
Yeah.
Like there were spiders
I know.
And it was
everywhere."
fucked too, because the big orange glows were like, yeah, those are the ones that can kill you.
Oh yeah, they'll kill you in
Like,
15 minutes. And we're like,
everywhere.
for sure.
Okay, that also, you fucker, you. I was taking a photo. I think I was taking a photo of the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life. It was literally the size of my hand. I put my hand to like show the scale of it, and Ivy comes up and pushes my hand onto it, and the fucking spider jumped at me, and I was like, "Oh god, I think that thing can kill me." Scariest moment of my life.
Yeah, I think that trip
were
was
gnarly.
really special because
sure.
like it was so summer campy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
it
we
definitely
were
was.
doing, it wasn't just like, sit on your phone, do some other stuff, like surf when you can, like see other people when you can. We were like forced to hang out.
Yeah.
forced to have dinner together, which became really nice.
Yeah.
And then like once we got into the jungle, then it was like, wow, we really got to become
fuck?
friends here because
Yeah.
there's no service.
Yeah.
And we'd have dinner and then we'd go to the distillery around candlelight and sip out of a giant spoon.
That was crazy.
Just
This
drink
like
homemade
farm
fucking rum.
boy swole.
Put on the dog head and fucking dance to reggaeton.
Oh my god, that was sick. Remember when we played that game where you had to write little things on it? I don't remember the
Yeah,
name of it.
the what was that called? Where you
Fishbowl, right?
yeah,
Fishbowl,
fishbowl.
and
Yeah.
someone made fun of the hippie commune,
Oh,
and the employee
God.
was there.
Casey
yeah.
And
wrote
she
that, I
read it.
think, right?
Remember
I
she
don't
read
remember.
it? She was
I
like,
don't remember.
the hippie commune or something like that. We're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That was
She was
We
like
were all
trying
like-
to, she was like trying to be pissed, but we're all just like
Yeah.
so geeked that I feel like she couldn't be mad.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But
I mean, she was down. She was
Honestly,
ready to hang out.
when you were saying like Brit roughing it too, like that was one of the in terms of deadly animals and you're
Yeah.
camping in it. That's one of the gnarliest places
That's the
I've ever been.
biggest
Yeah.
cockroach I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
That was
Big testament to you
legit.
guys.
Yeah, that was
roughing it.
pure jungle.
Yeah.
That was like proper jungle.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I don't know if I've been in that many bugs before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even just like bugs that you're getting bitten. It's like there are deadly bugs here.
Yeah.
Deadly.
Snakes,
Yeah.
spiders.
And you guys
Yeah.
absolutely killed it, like above expectations of like, you know, I guess what you were saying.
Yeah.
Freaking Brit and you were like so chill and like just like, oh yeah, maybe Brit was more scared, but I didn't see it. You guys have killed it. It was awesome to see.
Thanks.
Scorpion
It was
in the bed and all.
fun. We had a blast. And then just like that weird, like not weird, but like the afternoon time when we like would do all the activities and then we're
Yeah.
just like, so
Yeah.
Where's the rum?
I guess it's time to start
I
drinking.
know. That was a lot of drinking. A lot of rum.
Doing pull-ups on the banister until the hippies start getting mad at you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hatton was like, how many pull-ups can
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, Hatton, stop fucking doing that.
Dude.
Like this is our shelter and it's like
I know.
and then my birthday came and then you guys were so
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
I was completely surprised. And they like you all made this sculpture out of like candy bars and out of like a beer can. It was so sweet because it was like we had nothing out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just playing reggaeton. You guys wished me happy birthday, and it was just such a special birthday. And then the next night, Hatton was like, "So what do you want to do for your birthday?" And I was like, "Honestly, I want to go to Panama City and blow it out. Like that sounds like a great time." And he's like, "You want to leave the forest?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think it's time for the jungle." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think it's time." And then we went, and oh my gosh, we went, had a sick night, like. Hatton got this huge penthouse and like we
Damn.
like proper blew it out like 1980s style.
Yeah.
And stayed up all night having a blast and then went to the airport that morning at 8 a.m. and just barely got our COVID test. And like the lady's like, "I'm going to close the gate. I'm going to close. You can't check anything." And I'm like literally Brit's sprinting with the COVID thing. I grab it and I place it on her and she's like, "Okay, fine." And then like did it. And then I'm like, "Where's snacks?" And I walk downstairs and he is coned off.
That would have made me cry.
Yeah,
know.
To go home
tested.
so
It made
bad.
me well up. I felt so bad because I had given Brit COVID 2 weeks prior to that trip. So we were like so lucky.
Yeah.
Bro, and he's the one dude that wanted to go home so bad.
was there
He
for
was
a
there.
He was
Yeah,
there for
he was
like
there a
yeah.
month before us.
And in the
Holy
jungle
crap.
the
Last
whole
person.
time.
The last
and not
person
even
had to
at the
do
Palapas. Like he was
Yeah.
mountaineering. through
Had
that
to
jungle.
stay for 10 days
So
in
fucked.
So
Panama
wild.
City, being completely quarantined.
That's so gnarly. And you have COVID too. On top of that, yeah, that'd be
Did
sick.
he get sick or did he just?
No, I don't think he ever
Yeah, he
got
really
sick.
got sick.
Yeah.
So he didn't really have COVID.
Just tested positive.
Oh, that's a whole
That's
different podcast.
My favorite, if we're just telling stories, my favorite story from that trip was when we returned, or no, I think we were picking up the quads, and it was from
The
like
pirate guy?
Pirates
Oh, yeah.
Steve's,
He had a
like
peg leg.
quads. Yeah, and like, so we go to check in. Someone else helps us, and
Oh.
some dude with a peg leg like walks up from behind.
Dude.
And Skip just goes up to him. He's like, "Are you Pirate Steve?" It killed me. So good. And
Skip,
it was Pirate Steve.
Yeah.
Skip has the best one-liners. Talk about someone that just like hit something at the right time.
Yeah.
He really does.
He was probably MVP of that trip.
Yeah,
He had this
100%.
Always positive, always
I
had something.
know.
And I was his roommate, dude. You guys would all go to bed. We would stay up dying laughing for like 3 hours. Like we were just like I have this
Jealous.
video that he was bouncing his surfboard off of our roof because you guys were sleeping above us. And you guys had probably no idea, but we were just dying. Like, oh, we're keeping him awake right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Summer camp vibes.
Yeah.
so funny.
So stupid.
God.
I love that kid.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He chased some weird. Never mind.
Yo.
They had that mission down to downtown that one night on the quads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who did that? Him and Christian.
Him and I think Hatton.
Oh,
Just
him and
him and
Hatton.
Yeah, just him and Hatton.
Man, I want to hear about
I know,
that.
Yeah.
me too. Fuck, to be a fly on the wall there.
Well,
Yeah.
Didn't Hatton and him split up too?
I think
I
so.
thought
Yeah.
Skip came back.
Skip came back way late. So that's when we had to surf, and we're like,
Yeah, Skip said he had all this money in his like front pocket, and these hookers just kept on coming up and just taking money out of his pocket and then just putting the rest back, and he like lost like $100 throughout the night because he just like didn't fight him on it.
Oh my god. I don't even know where the
You
fuck
got
to go.
so
I
Panama
know.
focused
I
right
know.
there.
Well, we're reminiscing. It's been a year.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't
Been a
seen you
year.
guys.
Oh.
Well, what do you got coming up next?
Yeah. There you go.
That's the thing. It's not much. I might do a move soon, which is exciting. I'm just resetting and then gonna like see what comes to me.
What do you mean a move? Like a physical move?
Yeah, I think I might move.
To.
I don't know yet.
Oh my god.
Just Topanga Canyon, maybe.
Are you going up to LA?
I think so. You know, okay, so I have moved. I've lived in Tahoe, and I've lived in Santa Barbara, and I've lived in my van, and I've lived. Did I say Tahoe? I've lived in LA. I've lived in different places and Costa Rica during the quarantine, but I always end up going back to my parents' house because I travel so much, and I think feel like I'm growing out of that tiny bit. At least have my own base.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Makes sense.
And like, I love my parents. We have a great relationship and it's nice. But like, you know, I'm living at home, 26, and I'm
sure.
like pretty ready to like kind of do my thing
Yeah.
as a grown woman. Fully grown
Yeah.
these days. So I don't know. I guess that's my next one. And then
Yeah.
the podcast is pretty cool. And then the music, I'm just going to keep chipping away at that because I love it and keep making skits. And I don't know. It's kind of nice to just really take a step back and see like what I really want.
Yeah.
Instead of like, because I used to have this mentality of like, I gotta perform, I gotta like convince people to want to work with me and be with me, and now I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
If they want to work with me, fantastic, we can talk about it, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
like the lack mentality and the desperateness is gone.
Well, I'm sure you're
Yeah.
not only getting more comfortable maybe with it, but I'm sure just the fact that you're further along in your career, you don't have to feel like you need that to survive.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I think there was a time like 2 years ago, every year I make this like recap video of my year, just like to myself, like a time capsule thing. And I was like, this is the first year where I can completely be sure that I can follow my dream and it works. Like I don't have to have a backup plan anymore. I can fully like commit to this and see that it works. And that was like really reassuring. Of course, I've had my rock bottoms, which have been like shocking. But like when I think about applying for a job somewhere, which I'd say once a year I go on some website and like look at normal jobs
What?
and like
what?
Really?
yeah, like I look up, I don't know, like creative director at like NBC or like something like
NBC.
or like a network, I don't know, and apply
Yeah.
for a job.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the jobs and I just like my heart is so like no, you
I
know?
can't imagine you doing that, honestly.
Yeah.
That sounds like a skit.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel so weird, but like I do it once a year. Once a year I'll have a moment where I'm like,
Wow.
What's out there?
yeah. And
I could see it. I think I
Yeah?
could see it. Like I mean, I'm not saying you should do it, but like, you know, if you like were on SNL or something, like I could see that.
Oh, yeah.
Or a writer for SNL.
yeah,
Well,
like a
that's- yeah,
writer
yeah, that'd be pretty
situation.
sick.
That makes
I
sense.
have done deals for a few of my friends, like managerly wise, and I really like that.
Fuck yeah.
Because like negotiating is really fun for me.
Damn.
So that's one thing. I don't
Okay,
know.
the podcast, if you've already recorded 12 episodes, does that mean, do you have any sponsors yet? Like, is that
No, it's. I mean, I'm not trying to do like a sponsor thing. It's more of like I want to do it for
fun.
me. If people want to jump on later, sure. But like
Like,
comes
once it
out February
grows.
1st, I think was
Oh, nice.
the
Hell yeah.
date we're going for. But yeah, I don't know.
What's it called again?
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
All right. Sick.
Where'd you get the name?
I don't know. We're saying it, and then we went through a bunch of terrible names, and they just sounded not us.
Yeah.
And that one just like worked.
Yeah.
Naming things is probably one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
That's an art. Isn't
I
it?
feel like Eli would be really good at it.
Oh yeah.
Naming things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Sometimes. Depends.
Aw, you're so
depends
humble.
Depends on what I'm naming. You know?
What does this mean? I don't know what
Name
that
something.
means.
Name something now. Okay, I do also, if we can find it, we brought it up earlier, and I know the hundreds of millions of people watching right now want to see
347.
the Reggaeton music video.
You want to see the
I
reggaeton?
haven't
love to
seen
see
it,
it. Okay.
and I know everyone watching, all the hundreds of millions of people want to see it.
Okay. I
Hundreds
can
of
pull it
millions.
up. But I don't know if it's ever going to be
That's all right.
accessible. But I mean, why not? Just
Fuck it. All right, full screen that bitch.
What is this song called? Is this a certain
Oh,
song?
is that
una ola,
Here,
Oh.
Mattson, ready?
Una Ola? One wave? Right?
a wave. Yeah,
A wave.
like a wave. That's kind of the vibe.
A
Are you
wave.
surfing in this?
No, that's another one. Just twerking. Just doing
Oh, fuck.
Una noche en Aguadilla.
Yes.
That is crazy. You're speaking Spanish.
Holy shit, this is like legit.
You got a good voice.
Is this in a studio?
Yeah.
Hey, you're in a fucking studio? Let's go.
Dang, this is crazy. This is a full-on shoot.
No importa la hora, que vamos moviendo el cuerpo como una ola, que no quiero estar sola, te cerquita, te necesito.
This is wild.
So are you completely fluent at this point?
I'm getting there.
Only when she's singing.
What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying in this?
It's pretty sexual.
Si me gusta ver tú sígueme
You don't say it?
But no, it talks about my like
It's a wave.
my
On the
like
right.
first time going to Puerto Rico and like falling in love with Puerto Rico when I was 18.
And you had a sexual relationship with Puerto Rico?
Yeah, sexual relationship with most things. I don't know what that means.
I love how we're just continuing the conversation.
Microwave.
I will spare you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
So thanks.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, you got to get it out there at some
Gotta
point.
get it out there.
I don't know.
You
That
gotta get
might
it out
not. No, I don't know.
Really?
I mean, you
I
feel
don't
good.
know. I like most things. I'm like, what if I did this? And then I like do it, and I'm like, well, wow.
So it's do first,
Yeah.
think later.
Yeah.
Okay. Or
Yeah.
plan later, I should say.
Do first, and then see what happens.
Fuck yeah.
So when you pull up to the studio, you're like, all right, I'm about to just,
Fuck
you
yeah.
know.
No, some days I horrible. Like it took the first few times I did that, I was like, what am I doing?
Did a homie shoot that for you?
What is
Or-
going on?
Had to
Yeah,
be.
my friends helped me out
Yeah.
with that.
It's good. It's like a
Thanks.
high quality.
It was
production.
fun, yeah.
I have one question
But
from watching that. Was that real sweat?
no, you know what's funny? Britt sprayed me with water and sunscreen. That's what that was.
She was like your full hype girl. On
Oh
the
my
side.
gosh, there's behind the scenes
That's
of her
awesome.
like with like full Mean Girls mom.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's
Are
great.
you guys,
Awesome.
you guys still hanging out a bunch?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. 2 peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Damn, reggaeton. So that's the new thing, right? You're gonna release that, and then that's. You're gonna
I
hit the
mean,
ground,
that's
do a
one of my
tour?
things. I just really love it.
Would you go on tour?
I don't know.
It sounds like you're blowing up in Panama. Right? People are
Yeah,
fucking
that's
listening
pretty
to it.
wild if some person was just playing it already.
I know that is random.
You don't even have it released,
Yeah.
technically.
I mean, it's on. I don't know.
You won't
It's
even
on
say
what?
It's on.
It's on the internet. So
Just like
someone
to
has to
crawl
Google
under
it.
the table.
Can you Google it? That's where the fuck is
So how are the shirts going?
it? We're doing a whole reggaeton line.
Yeah.
Actually, based on the buses down there, which would be sick.
Yeah, that is.
Those were
buses
sick
are
as
cool.
fuck.
Yeah, those buses were really cool.
Guero.
I want one.
You want a
Awesome.
bus?
Yeah, that would be sick.
That would be
School
really
buses.
rad, actually.
I took a
Ship one over here.
in college. I took a hip hop class.
Like dancing?
so lit.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like the music class.
Oh,
and kinda
sick.
the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
And the first day we went around, everyone kind of said their musical interests and background, and I don't know shit about hip hop. Okay, unfortunately. And my mom's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of street cred.
Oh, nice.
But everyone was saying reggaeton, and I had never heard of what reggaeton was. Mm-hmm. And it went around to me, and I was like, I don't know what reggaeton is, but I like country. Everyone just looked at me, and they're like, what the fuck? Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a fun experience, but that is how I heard about reggaeton. Funny enough.
That's great.
And now look at us.
Have you heard those old country songs that they sing in Spanish?
What are you talking about?
There's like some, I wish I knew who it was by, but like Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings era, where they're like singing about their love for Mexico and their love.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's sick. It's
I'm
really
down.
cool.
Yeah.
But it's cool because
Sounds
their
rap.
Spanish is like so like this, like
they got-
hola
Wait,
como
is it
style.
actually-
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Is it actually like Waylon Jennings in that?
I
or
don't
is it
know.
like-
I don't think it's Waylon
Their
Jennings,
agent's
but
like, dude, we need the Mexico market. And
Yeah.
actually,
shoot,
A lot
yeah.
of artists do that.
But
Yeah.
no,
I mean, I know
what?
Johnny Cash
Yeah.
has a couple in Spanish. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I don't
Really?
know.
I know he
Could
did
be
that
wrong about
Hawaiian
that.
one, which I thought was a little road, but cool.
Yeah.
He did a Hawaiian one.
Really?
Aloha, oi.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah, you're right.
That's cool.
It's a good one.
No, it's just a cover by Vince.
Spanish song.
Well, I don't know if you can just write in Johnny Cash Spanish.
Spanish.
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, you know what? We all can. You know.
We can all be wrong
We can
about
all be
everything.
wrong.
Don't Google it further. It might have happened.
Deep tracks only.
The hundreds
Zero
of millions
songs
listening.
Okay, so is there? I mean, we're coming to the end of the interview, and I just want to know: is there anything else you wanted to bring up or say? Anything on your mind?
I just want to say, no, I don't know. Like,
I've been holding it in.
I don't know. It's so weird doing podcasts and like talking because I feel like it dates myself. Like I think I have a podcast from when I was like 22, and I'm like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
What are you doing with all that confidence behind that microphone? What are you saying? You know, but like, I don't know. You just speak from the heart,
Yeah.
and it's cool having these conversations
For
and
sure.
reminiscing and joking and laughing.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, I don't know. It's really great to see you guys.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty
Likewise.
easy when we've done like a 7-day trip together too.
Yeah.
Had a
Yeah.
blast of so many stories.
Yeah, we got to do some kind of 10-year reunion or something. I know it's hard to get all you guys, but you bring your ladies
A
this time,
30
and maybe I'll
30-year.
have something then. And
Got
I'll,
some-
Something.
I don't know, you know,
Yeti.
Start dating this microphone.
Yeah. Damn.
a burdo.
Is that a donkey?
A donkey.
She wants a donkey. Golly.
Rules are different down there.
Mm.
They have different laws.
So we'll see you in 10 years with your
Or if
donkey
Mattson-
boyfriend.
That's in
Nine.
your 30th is coming up.
My 30th is coming up, and
Yeah.
we're doing Panama.
Okay, I'll just be waiting for my invitation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's coming in a couple years.
Yeah.
At his next 30th. No, I'm kidding. That house was epic, though. We got to go back to
Oh
that.
my God, we
That was
cannot
so
do that
sick.
again.
I want it.
I can't believe no one's
Why?
ending this with, hey, thanks. Right? That's a good ending.
Oh, look at you. You're over there thinking, like,
I was thinking, I was like,
that's an
that's the
easy
podcast,
one.
right?
All we can do it. We'll
Hey,
edit
thanks.
it. We'll edit it as if we're smart.
whatever.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, I
thanks.
like
Hey,
that.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, and we're stoked to hang out with you again, and hopefully we have more times of this.
Yeah.
We'll do another one maybe.
Yeah.
And you can always just not be on the podcast and just pop by and say hi.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I still got to meet the ladies.
I know.
Mhm.
I got to
Yeah.
get my eyebrows done.
Yeah.
You owe them
Down
workout
the
gear.
street.
What?
You owe them workout gear.
What are you saying?
You owe them workout gear.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
Well, funny part about that is I put in the order and then
You
I got
can't
ghosted.
just tell them you got workout gear and then
I
not,
know.
now
I
that-
know. I got to like go buy some now.
Go to Nordstrom and buy a bunch of shit.
I put in the order and then nothing crickets. So
yeah.
that made me look bad, but
Yeah, no, it's all,
yeah,
I'm just joking.
I feel
You're just at
terrible. by the
TJ
way.
Maxx buying a bunch of random
Yeah. Still got the sizes and everything. God. Ugh,
It'll be a
so
funny
bad.
story one day
Yeah,
Yeah.
one day still.
when you're dating a burro.
Well,
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me
Thanks
on,
for
you
coming.
guys. I
Yeah,
really
very
appreciate
much.
it. This was a blast.
There we go.